Tim, what's happening in Minneapolis?
Minneapolis. Well, we just got done with the first event that I ever came up with myself called Pitch Fest, and we had a really good time. So I'm just kind of coming off the high of being with some of the roofing's best sales coach, Chuck Doki, Mark Godair of Riva Impact and Monarch Roofing, and Becca Switzer of Roof Sales Mastery. Getting to hang out with them.
Man, that is normally you don't even get those three names in one sentence at all, much less an entire project.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that was
That's
the
a
biggest
huge undertaking.
Absolutely. I had them, we took them out to dinner after the event, and I told them, I said, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for putting down your weapons and your armor for a second to do an event together, because a lot of roofing sales coaches, we get and I get competitive, right? I'm guessing you get competitive with other suppliers. I'm guessing like every marketing agency, we get competitive with each other. Sales coaches, nonetheless, I think that they probably have the same issue. So it's cool to watch them train people together and give up their secrets together.
You're in the hot seat because I have an SEO audit that I ran on you. And what's today's date so that we can put a time step on this?
October 16th, 2023.
October 16th. This SEO audit was performed on you without you knowing 3 days ago. Yeah, and so, yeah, man, I come with full details. Yes, your SEO score is a 93 out of 100.
All right.
Cool.
That's
but you know
good.
what? No, it's amazing. But I need to add context to this 93. This 93 is great, right? But when you compare it to the domain authority on your website, Tim, do you realize you have a domain authority? And let me just look really quick here.
Drum roll, please.
56, Tim.
Holy shit.
Can you leave some authority to everybody else out here? Because you're taking it all. Let me just give you context, guys, for you people that don't know what the hell a 56 is in authority. GAF is in the 40s, man. Okay? So,
I love that.
No, 93 is a great score, but 93 doesn't tell the whole story.
A lot of agencies will tell you that their own SEO is not very important. That they spend all their time, they spend all their time working on clients, and so that they. But my thing is, this is how I feel. I'm a practitioner, and I'm trying to make I believe it exemplifies how hard we go for our clients if we can go hard for ourselves. And if you believe, this is my last thing on this, if you believe that SEO is a great way to get new business, which I do, then why wouldn't you go hard on yourself? Like if you really believe that, or are you just trying to sell people stuff? Because I love SEO, and my business is partly created by SEO. Like I learned it and I applied it to myself first. And then I started selling it after that. Once people would ask me, like, how do you get business? I'm like, well, funny you should ask. I got it from SEO. And then people started asking me, like, hey, can you do that for me? So I believe it is good for an SEO company to have good SEO on their own website.
No, SEO is super important. I truly believe in it. And in today's era, look, when it comes to marketing and the cycles that we're getting into, back in 2013, 2014, 2015, PPC was killing it. It was the place to be. You could pay whatever you wanted, right, for PPC, get $1 per click and have 10% conversion rates. That was the golden era. And even before that was the golden era. I would say the tail end of the golden era of PPC. After that, it is now SEO. And that's why what you're doing is amazing, because you are getting, here's another number, your monthly traffic in SEO, the equivalent as if he was paying for PPC, pay per click, in ads, $355,398. I didn't say per year, per month. Tim, what the heck are you doing? You're killing it, man.
Thanks,
and
man.
That has to do with the domain authority, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then how many keywords you're ranking for. So if the key is you're ranking for enough keywords that people would spend money on, right? Would spend ad dollars on if people are spending that amount. on the things that you're ranking for. So to turn that into revenue is on your website's job. Like, so we always want to rank for a lot of things, but we also want the website to do its job once they get there, right? Just like with the landing page for Google Ads, it needs to build trust and get them to contact you. That's the rest of the website's job, is to kind of build trust and get them to contact us. So am I making $350,000 from it? We'll see. But the point is like we do need to convert those customers, and ultimately we're making close to that. So or above that, whatever you want to believe. Yeah.
No, the thing is this: is that believe it, because he's getting $355,000 worth of equivalent in SEO traffic. That means that SEO is worth, and now we're actually applying a metric of dollars to qualify the quality of the work that he does for himself and therefore to you. So whatever the heck he's charging you, it's freaking pennies to what you're getting back. Okay. So you're getting a lot of value for the amount that you're paying from his marketing firm. And this is what I'm here to talk about, because he's too modest to tell you this stuff.
The reason you want to know why I'm modest, like, you want to be careful not to oversell yourself, because like that's how I feel. I want to be careful not to oversell myself, because I always want to exceed expectations. My thing is like excess value. You know what I mean? I believe it's tough. It's tough because we're expensive, right? We're not cheap. We're not like, there's tons of cheap SEO companies out there. We're not cheap. I always want to like not only get to the level where they felt like they got what they paid for, but actually exceed that, because I want referrals and testimonials and reviews, right? Like, and it's, to me, we get word of mouth, testimonials, reviews, and referrals to the degree that we provide excess value of what was expected. And so that's the tough part, where I don't want to be too crazy out here, because I know I do want to exceed what they thought. And SEO is slow. And that's the worst part about SEO. So that's why we always like to do Google Ads with our SEO clients, because I can get them leads and deals in those first 3 months from PPC, where SEO really is that, like, you're looking at that graph. You know how long I've been doing SEO, Jairo?
Hello.
About 9.5 years on that website.
Well, you're kicking ass. All right. And
thank you so much. I will tell you, the first time I ever did SEO on that website, I sat down, I wrote my blog, I added an image, I added alt text, I added, like, I tried to promote it on social media. So, like, you got to start somewhere, and it feels good. I remember that little tiny desk I had rented, and when I did my first blog and everything like that, and I was trying to learn about SEO, how, 9.5 years, I mean, time passes. Right now I'm watching TikTok, and I'm trying to get better at TikTok and short form video for this exact reason. I love YouTube, though. I love YouTube. It's like kind of the balance where you can kind of like make relationships. Jairo, have you watched any of our videos on YouTube?
Oh, they're amazing. They're great. They're actually very interesting, very informative. And you go in there and you get out there knocking doors. You get out there selling a roof. You get out there, you get on the roof. You embed yourself for an entire day or multiple days with people that are top tier in their industry, salespeople. I mean, it's crazy. You get out there and you really
If I can do that, people in the roofing industry, like other people in the roofing industry, can do that. We have influencers and we have really high performers, but no one that won't like let you hang out with them if you really tried. And I like, if you do video, it's a great way to kind of like have a reason to get out. So that's what we've done, is we've used video to give ourselves an opportunity to hang out with incredible people. And like, it is crazy how much I've learned. And I was talking about that event on Friday. God, it feels good to learn from some of these people. They're selling 4, 6, $18 million in 1 year as a roofing sales professional. And it's kind of extraordinary. I get to hang out with them just because I'm being a content creator and out here and doing all this stuff. So my life's changed. I'll tell you what, dude, hanging out with Dan Walrek, the $18.5 million sales guy, my life has changed. He's a different person than most of these people, bro. He's, he's every day he wakes up with a goal to really get to know and appreciate three people, to learn about a new person. He sets goals every morning to like be with and understand a new person. I'm not that good of a person, bro. Like I'm trying to be a better person. And I love getting that association. Like being a good person and making money can go hand in hand. And that like changes my brain. Like when I meet somebody like that that's both like a really good person and they make a ton of money, my brain is literally like evolving. Like my brain is evolving from that.
I'll tell you what, those type of people will always have the same intensity, the same purpose, um, the same level of tenacity, regardless of the outcome, because the outcomes aren't guaranteed. But the only thing we can guarantee is the quality of the effort and the emotional resiliency that we apply, so that we don't get crushed on that no, or getting rejected, or failing, or mess ups along the way. But yeah, man. And so to add context as to how important it is, I want to tell you how many organic keywords
Okay.
you're
All right.
ranking now. And just again, to explain to people, when Tim is talking to you about organic keywords, he's not just meaning one word, or in the form of syllables. He's talking about variations of search terms, sometimes together. And if you're talking about long tail, then you're talking about longer sets of words together that then are the direct result of a search that has already been performed on Google. So this is real time. This isn't theoretic. No, this is variations of keywords that he is currently ranking for. Okay, 86,450 words. Guys, this is a big deal. So when he talks about it's important to rank for certain search terms, he's doing it. Okay, and when it comes to SEO content, and he's doing an SEO audit just like this one on your website, the reason why you're not ranking for what you want is because the content is not there.
Yeah.
So how can Google associate your website with specific transactional language that is long tail, that is going to rank on the first page of Google, if you don't even have those or enough density of those key transactional language keywords within the article of your website, right?
So, when we talk about long term versus short term, just for folks that aren't super into SEO, long tail versus short tail. Excuse me. Short tail is like the roof shingles, and then long tail is like best roofing shingles manufacturers for 2023. That would be like a long tail keyword. And so you kind of want a balance of both, right? You want the hard roof shingles is a hard term to go after, right? Like best roof shingles, maybe I'm not at the exact moment, but best roof shingles I've ranked Hook Agency for and Roofing Insights for. So I've done the SEO for Roofing Insights as well. And obviously in his case, he is ranking well for that. Like, I think the content in general is like really, I do think Dimitri's content is generally so comprehensive, but Dimitri always comes to me with like these questions because especially when he really wants something to get out there, because he wants to make sure that it's getting the most visibility that it possibly can. When you have a good topic, it doesn't just mean you have to have a good topic. You have to have a good topic. You need to make sure it's what people are searching for. So one quick tip for folks that are newer at this is I put in what I think my keyword is. What I think my keyword is into Google. I search it. Then I find the top 1, 2, 3, and I put those into my tool, whether it's SEMrush, Ubersuggest, or Ahrefs, ahrefs.com. I put them into the Site Explorer, and I look at what they're really ranking for. Because I have my idea of what the keyword might be. I put it into the tool, the URLs that are already ranking for that, into my tool, and then it tells me here it's ranking for these 100 terms, and this one, this top one, maybe I thought it was best roofing material, but it's actually best roofing shingle 2023 that they have a lot of keywords, a lot of volume for. So it might be different than what I thought.
There it is, because the volume's
And then I
important
put
too. That's
that
awesome.
into, and then I make the title that, and I put that more times than the headlines, and the first sentence and the last sentence in the URL, and then into alt text for the images. So ultimately, like, it's the idea of having a good idea, but then testing that against the data. Having a good idea and then testing that against the data to see if that's accurate. And that's essentially how I do it every time. And Dimitri still trusts me to do, especially on those big videos. He wants to get the most visibility, so he has me do those. I do try to train his internal team, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's nuanced, right? There's little things.
Practice,
There's little things that we do. Yeah, and I mean, like, that's what we do every day, all day. 29 people in Minneapolis, constantly doing this every day, and like, so we get it down. But it's like, if this isn't what you're doing 24 hours, or 40 hours a week, it's kind of like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it yourself. You should. It's fun. I like learning it, but it's nice to have somebody that's kind of like just on it for you, and then like diligent. Month 6 is not that sexy. Month 12 is okay, and month 18 is where it kind of gets like to be a little bit more like dopamine and money. You know what I mean? Like, that's really the truth. No one wants to hear the truth about how long SEO takes. But like I said, I've been doing this on my site for 9.5 years, and you're talking to me about extraordinary numbers. It's just that consistent. And several of our clients on that like 4th and 5th year are in that like extraordinary numbers situation, but there's enough people just like them that gave up after a year or after 6 months. And that's the difference, right? It's like, wait until it gets compounding and then go harder even after it's compounding. That's, I think, the real principle.
Yeah, no, you've been in the ring for so many years, and you've been in there, and then you've been perfecting those punches, perfecting the technique over and over and over again. And the number of repetitions just takes you beyond mastery for sure.
Yes,
so let's
absolutely.
See, organic monthly traffic. You're getting over 284,412 people to your website, clicks. So these are real clicks being counted. Now, are some of those repeat clicks? It doesn't matter. I mean, that's traffic that is amazing. The backlinks. Okay, so you guys, when you have a meeting with Tim and his team, he's going to talk about the importance of backlinks. Now, in the sense of priority these days, Tim might or might not disagree with me or whatever, but I will say that to me, engagement is going to be just a little bit higher than backlinks for now, right? But back with the whole thing with engagement. Now, engagement, there's really the only way to measure that is if you go to Google Analytics, and then you can measure that, right? But backlinks is important, right? So the way that where Tim's team has a competitive advantage over other people. Not just in engagement, if you want to follow that as a higher priority than backlinks for now, is going to be he's going to design the website so that it has more clicks, it has more things to expand, it has more ways to discover, to keep them on page a little bit longer in the form of time. When
we just wanted to be persuasive and definitely comprehensive content, and we go pretty hard on backlinks compared to most of our competitors. So we're still pretty big on how important those are.
Yeah, with backlinks, he's on his website. He has 128,809. Now, this is the point where I'm gonna stop for a second, because let me tell you something, Tim. I need to tell this audience we're talking about 128,809. Okay. Now, we began this conversation talking about how badass his authority score was. The backlinks, okay, and I'm not going to go over. I have the full page. I have a list of 100. I have all of them, 128,809 of them. I have them going to his website. But let me just tell you some of them that I skimmed through. These authority scores of the backlinks that are linking to him. He didn't pay for these, people. You got to understand, okay? He didn't pay for these. The domain on some of these, he's got Wikipedia linking to his freaking page. Tim, did you know that?
Yeah. I built that one myself, I think. So
Look, guys, listen to me. Wikipedia. Go try. I challenge anybody who looks at this. Go try to have Wikipedia link to your website. You're not doing it. Tim gets it done.
Smart Insights. Let me see what else do we got here? Mashed. Just a Spit Small Business, prdistribution.com, logo.com. Lots of, very authoritative websites. And niche. We talk about links, not just the quality, not just the quantity. Quantity is important, but more important is quality, right? Like we're talking about HubSpot and Wikipedia and all those. That's extremely important. And then next in importance would be the topical authority of that link. So roofinginsights.com, theroofershelper.com. Those are two niche websites that we get links from. Like we want, and you should be on, by the way, Iro, you should be on theroofershelper.com. A lot of these roofing companies, but also a lot of these roofing vendors don't understand everybody in roofing is accessible. Every website in roofing is fairly accessible. Maybe I don't know how to get a link from gaf.com yet. And it sounds like I don't need to since they have a lower authority score than me or something. No, but I'm just no, but you know what I'm saying? Like we're not that far away. You can call people. I've emailed and gotten a contribution from Grant Cardone. I've emailed and gotten a video contribution from Seth Godin, who's like a epic marketing guru.
Seth's amazing. My God, he's truly amazing.
And Rand Fishkin is the big SEO niche guy. He's like our Gary Vee. By the way, I've done video content with Gary Vee as well, but Rand Fishkin is a guru. Guess what I did? I backwards engineered what he cared about. He cared about his tool, and I said we rank. This is where we rank, so we can leverage our own rankings to collaborate with amazing people because. We said we rank number whatever for marketing tools 2021 or something, whatever it was. We rank in the top 3. I want to include your new tool, Spark Toro, in that list. And I'd love it if you could also contribute to this other piece of content that I have. So it's like taking then what you have. And that, by the way, Hiro, I can't believe I waited this long to tell this story. But this is why Dimitri originally reached out to me. It's because we ranked high and we had his videos embedded in what we were ranking on. I think it was about Angie's List or Home Advisor. And we had his video at the very top. So he saw all these plays coming from our website because you can see where video plays come from. So if we didn't rank ourselves, we would have never had that connection with Dimitri. I would probably have 20 roofers instead of 70, and the rest is history. So like ultimately to me, ranking high on Google is helped more than just direct clicks. It helps relationships.
We can't just talk about the good stuff, Tim. We got to talk about, hey man, you got to fix this broken page. Here's the link.
Okay, let's go.
Stuff happens, okay, remember, come on, man. 100 is difficult. Because it just happens, but I'm sure Tim's going, damn it, team. So here's that.
Dude, there's always things we're working on. Like, I've got big things that I have problems with on our, like, you may only see some surface level stuff. I've got, like, big issues on our website right now that I'm trying to troubleshoot, and I'm, like, anxious as heck about them. So I treat this, because this is such a big asset to us, I care a lot, and I'm constantly kind of, like shot across the bow with my team, like, God, we got to get this right. Like I'm anxiously tending this garden. You know what I mean? It's a garden that will pay us for the rest of our lives if we keep it healthy. I am anxiously tending this garden. I am not satisfied at all with what we've got going on so far.
Yeah, I thought I'd taken care of all the 404s. Google Search Console, you can get all that. And so what sucks is when you're looking at the Google Analytics real-time data, and you have, because I create audiences based on each web page that's important to us, so we can, monitor its progress. And then also, so we got audiences, and we got the real-time data on where they are on the website. And then the very few times I see 404, I'm like, oh, it sucks, right? It really, really does suck, because I'm as meticulous, and I take a lot of pride in it, just as much as Tim does.
Absolutely.
And so now, by the way, these little things that we're going to discuss now, these are tiny things, but they are things that happen, and it happens to everybody, okay? Duplicate meta descriptions, right there. And then we've got duplicate title tags. Just by the way, this is not a big deal. Like when you're operating a website that has a CMS, a content management system, and I'll demystify this thing for everybody. It automatically creates subsequent pages with the same styling when you just input the information on the CMS, right, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
So it can easily happen where multiple pages on the website can have the duplicate meta description, or perhaps duplicate title description. Hey, look, I'd rather have a duplicate than to not have anything at all. So look, shit happens, and I understand it. But anyway, we're just having fun showing this stuff behind the scenes, because this is what happens behind the scenes. This is stuff that most roofing company owners or marketing execs, marketing execs better care about this, but most people, it's like they don't want to talk about this. So we're talking about it today because it's important to your roofing company, and therefore it's important to Tim. Guys, this is an amazing, interesting, super great conversation with Tim from Hook Agency. You guys have to work towards having him handle and advise you and just be the guide on the side for marketing, for SEO. Tim, any quick tips before you say goodbye?
Yeah, my main thing is that there's a lot of opportunity right now with like ChatGPT and SEO. I think at least if you're doing videos, you can take the transcript from YouTube and copy that and ask ChatGPT to turn the transcript into a blog. And if you learn a little bit about keyword research and make sure that that's titled something that people are actually searching, you can get double the amount of value out of that just by turning every video into a blog. I want to suggest that. I really appreciate you having me on today, Jairo. I do love SEO, and I believe in it for any type of business. I think it's fun. And Jairo, would you make sure that you link back to our website in the description?
Man, of course.